Hello everybody, today we're going to review one of my favorite movies ever. It is probably one of the greatest movies of all time. It's an iconic masterpiece that will remain a classic until the end of time. Well, what is this great movie, you may ask? Well, it's Godzilla, of course, but perhaps not the one you're thinking of.
これ今日あれ一体何なんですかい？じゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃんじゃ
Godzilla vs. Mito Komon is from the geniuses over at Osaka Art University. It was written, produced, directed by, and yes, stars Shinya Takashita. His acting here is sublime, as it seeks to transcend the limitations inherent in this genre. It is definitely Oscar-worthy, no doubt. The incredible ability and range of the supporting actors, too, mark this film as among the very best of the art. Likewise, the superlative cinematography, the immense soundtrack, and the sound design transport you and make you feel as if you were living in the director's vision. Forget Parasite. This masterpiece, a true tour de force of the movie maker's art, should have won the Academy Award for the Best Foreign Film this year. Five men and their master realize that Godzilla is on the horizon.
大きな生き物は今まで見たことありませんな。
They split up in order to bring the beast to his demise.
ご神、ご隠居をお連れしろ。はい。ここはオイラに任して、早くお逃げください。ヤシチ、お前一人を置いて逃げるわけにはいかない。そうだとも。おしん、八兵衛、ご隠居を頼んだぞ。合点だい。助さん、角さん、ヤシチ、くれぐれも無理をしてはいけませんぞ。へっ、はっ、はっ。
Even with the help of the Great Majin, will they be able to defeat the powerful Godzilla?
Ultraman です。大魔神がウルトラマンに変身しました。この状況は襟巻きを取られたジラースとウルトラマンの戦いそのものです。ダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンチャチャチャチャチャチャチャパパラパパパパパパパうわチャチャチャチャチャパパラパパパバガバガバンパパガパンバガバガバンパパダンドンダンドンダンドンダンジャンジャラランジャガジャガジャンジャラランジャラランジャラランジャガジャガジャンジャンジャンジャンジャンジャンジャンジャガランジャガランジャガラジャガラチャチャチャチャチャチャチャチャ
This great film is simultaneously able to be an action film and a comedy. A scene that combines these two aspects in a genius way is when the three fighters are destroyed instantly. The screams of death really add to the action, but it's comedic because the master doesn't really seem to care at all. Another scene is when King Ghidorah makes an appearance. All he does is flies over and he doesn't contribute to the fight at all. It seems like he didn't want to have anything to do with the fight.
季節柄自らの存在をアピールしたかったのでしょうか。キングギドラ何もしないで飛び去っていきました。
Finally, in the end, we have a scene of the master laughing when he should be crying. We would think that he would be crying because he just lost half of his men. All he does is laugh and tells the remaining two of his men that they are done with the situation and will walk away.
これでよい、これでよい。それでは、おしん、八兵衛、参りましょうかな。はっはっはっはっはっはっはっはっはっはっは。
The audio design and the camera work really immerse the viewer during the special experience. Whether it be the screams of the men, the screams of Godzilla, or the background music and sound effects, the audio design truly is a masterpiece. It really ties the whole package of the movie together. Also, the camera work is outstanding. It makes you feel like you're really there witnessing the incredible fight which ultimately ends with the defeat of Godzilla by the ally transformed into Ultraman.
.ご隠居、もう腹がペコペコで動けませんよ。何を言うんですか、八兵衛。そんなことでは長い道中、終わりまでたどり着けませんぞ。なあ、八兵衛、ご隠居もそう言っておられることだ。少しは我慢できんのか。そう。このお方です。江戸の町を救ってくださるのはゴジラがただいま100万ボルトの高圧線鉄塔に迫っております。
In all seriousness, this film has a certain charm to it and truly deserves more recognition. The viewer really has to think about the time that went into this little short film. The way they portray and show height in this film is actually genius at some points. We can tell ourselves that Godzilla is a tall creature in this film because of the camera angles. Also, the transitions are very smooth. When Shinya Takashita, the actor, director, and writer, speaks to himself, it really feels like there are separate people talking. He's able to convey his unique characters. That transitions and camera movement between his actions when he's interacting with himself really sells us on the fact that there are different characters actively engaging with one another. Another nice aspect of this film is the costume design. The costume design really helps the viewer differentiate the different individual characters. With their varying personalities, in addition to the distinct costumes each character wears, the viewer shouldn't have a hard time keeping up with who is who. The audio design can be a bit annoying at times, like when Godzilla roars. This can vary from person to person, but I personally felt that Godzilla's roar was a bit annoying, but that could be for comedic effect. As a whole, the audio design is very impressive for a one-man film. Furthermore, the video effects are also nice. Godzilla's atomic breath doesn't look poorly done, and the imagination is able to fill in the gaps wherever the effect may be lacking. It's nice that it has a transparent effect, and it doesn't look like something that was drawn in poorly. Despite all the praise I give this film, there are some weak points. One weak point is continuity, the disappearing and reappearing of props. One example of this is the sword that is used to defeat Godzilla. The Great Majin has a sword in his hand as he transforms into Ultraman. When we see Ultraman for the first time, he doesn't have the sword. While he's charging at Godzilla for the final blow, a sword suddenly appears in his hand. It would have been nice if he had the sword in his hand from beginning to end of the battle sequence.
ウルトラマンです。大魔神がウルトラマンに変身しました。この状況は襟巻きを取られたジラースとウルトラマンの戦いそのものです。ダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンダンドンチャチャチャチャチャチャチャパパラパパパパパパパうわチャチャチャチャチャ
Like I've said earlier, another thing that is a bit annoying is the sound effects of Godzilla. Also, some scenes can go on for a bit too long, but that could just be for comedic effect. Finally, another gripe I had with the film was the character of the Master. He doesn't seem to care at all for his men. It would have been nice to see him show emotion or be driven by emotion after 3 of his men had died. But then again, this could have been and probably was for comedic effect. In the end, this student film is very charming, and I believe that every person who watches this video should see the original video, because it's only 11 minutes long. On a scale from 1 to 10, I think that this short film, Godzilla vs. Mito Komon, should receive a 9. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hit like if you liked it, and subscribe if you're new. See you soon.